Thank you for joining us for our sprint demo for the sprint ending on the 28th of August. Our last sprint was interrupted by production issues for an existing client, so our remaining sprint time was somewhat fragmented, and we decided to use it to address a variety of technical debt that had crept into our automated server build scripts where they had diverged from the expectations of our application code. We were able to update the server build to use newer Rails credentials that were released in Rails 5 to manage secure information that we need to coordinate between the application and the server, as opposed to older Rails secrets and environment variables. This just gives us a cleaner, more streamlined way of managing our code from our development environment to our GitHub repository to our servers. We also updated the code to meet the application's expectations around certificate management, so that previously where we had to go in and make a number of manual changes to the server to allow the application code to request updated certificates for custom domains, that's now all part of the automated build. And while reviewing the server build scripts, we were able to identify and remove a number of redundant steps in the code deployment process, leaving us with a cleaner, simpler deployment process. So that's here. We removed a number of steps totaling about 30 lines of code that simplify what needs to happen to get the code from GitHub onto the server. Using these automated build scripts, we've been able to completely rebuild our development and production environments, and each of those builds now happens in about 25 minutes. So that's kind of super, and a good sign that we're heading in the right direction with those scripts. We also were able to update our application code so that we would retain the formatting of error messages that we get back from the certbot subsystem when we're trying to add custom domains and get the security certificates for them. So we now retain the formatting, indentation, and line breaks. It just makes it a little easier to read the error messages, understand what data the error happened with, and certbot usually gives us a nice hint about what step we need to do to fix the problem. So even as we've been adding functionality over the last few weeks, we have, and increasing our lines of code, we've been able to keep our tech debt in the application code base itself very low, and we've been able to keep our code coverage up at 100%. So these are really nice stats to have to sort of confirm our work, and we'll again continue to try and do that. Our next sprint we're probably going to use as a bit more of cleanup sprint and address some of the things that we've discovered as we've been working over the past few weeks. So thank you for joining us this week, and we'll be back again in a week with a few more application focused kinds of things to show.